Do you think GenAI will transform the digital workplace as well?
Yes, definitely. GenAI will drive productivity. And that's one link which people haven't looked at in that level of detail yet. So, for instance, in the old days, productivity gains have been achieved by economies of scale, by standardization. And basically, now the work is shifting towards a more creative, innovative, knowledgeable element which can't be automated. Every user works different. That's why you need hyper-personalization. And to comply with that, standardization is basically old school.
Users are bringing in lots of additional tools they want to use, they feel are essential to make them more productive and so on and so forth. That's complicating the lives of IT leaders tremendously, isn't it?
So the new paradigm will be hyper-personalization within a standardized environment. And for that, you need GenAI tools as well to manage that complexity. GenAI usage can be applied everywhere and will be applied everywhere.
There was a study done by Lenovo, we titled it Work Reborn.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about some of the key findings of that story?
Only a bit more than a third of them were actually happy with the way how their own organization tackled the rollout or the usage of AI.
You know, sometimes it feels a bit overwhelming, right, for customers as well, to sort through the jungle of tools, of ways to improve the digital employee experience utilizing GenAI.
So all these individual ways of working, which ultimately increases productivity or drive productivity increases, need to be reflected. We need to look at ways of supporting that individual way of working.
We have a lot of complexity coming in. Now, how do we deal with that additional complexity, and how do we handle this bifurcation of persona profiles, of tools we need to support, of software titles that need to be enabled and maintained throughout their life?
You know, every role might have different ways of apps they're using, right? And that is then a way of configuring that almost on an individual level. So this is where the hyper-personalization comes into play, but still in a very secure and actually almost standardized environment.
Circling back to the Work Reborn study,
Yeah.
Are there any other key findings that struck you?
I think the digital user experience or the employee experience is one of the key findings there, where IT needs to do a bit more work. Right? That is, you know, how we can better support outcomes, right? From a productivity point of view, from a collaboration point of view, also, you know, security, right, is an ongoing theme, right? And I think these are the key topics where we need to make sure to support our customers also going forward.
What struck me is that 50% of IT decision makers said a digital employee experience and optimizing that is their number one priority. But then on the other hand, only 50% also said they are happy with or very satisfied with the initiatives put in place.
Yeah.
So that underlines your point of there's huge opportunities, but there's a lot of work to be done still. It's huge, it's complex. How do you suggest to customers to start on the journey? What first steps do you suggest them to take?
I think one of the findings we had previously was every customer is in a different development stage. So that means not one size or one approach fits all. You first need to understand, you know, where that organization is from a mindset point of view, from a cultural point of view, how many, you know, reservations they have, right? So they're big variations. So step number one is really to understand where they are, right? And then, you know, together with them, you know, build a business case or a use case, right? To say, what could we have as quick wins, right? Initially from digital workplace solutions, where do we see, you know, the really the big benefits, something to start with on a small scale, and then further scale it out. So basically, this is, you know, and it shouldn't be rocket science and a big project. You can really start small, make your experiences, and then bring it to the rest of the organization.
Yeah, that's for me the one thing I like most about the GenAI journey, that we are all on. We are all in this together, right? We are with our customers co-creating solutions. We are figuring out ourselves how to utilize generative AI to improve the user experience in-house and to improve the service experience of our customers. So it's really an interesting journey, and my feeling is we are just getting started.
Absolutely.